Hi Sagittarius, it's Lynn from Tinker Tarot. I'm here to do your February 2020 tarot reading. I have with me today the Mythic Tarot, and I also have the Transparent Tarot, and I have the Romance Angels. Look at that. The Phoenix just wants to just slide right off. Judgment. Eh? Judgment is about acceptance, accepting something finally that you are having a difficult time accepting for a long time. So you may be able at this time to accept it now. Okay, so let's get these cards. So we're going into the Chinese New Year in February. I want to say happy Valentine's Day. I know I'm going to be talking to you before then with the cartomancy, but today we are doing the tarot. Tell me for Sagittarius for February 2022. What do they need to know? Ooh, look at that. Just flew right out. I'm going to take them all. But first, I'm going to cut these. So let's put that in order. That's the way it goes. Look at this here. So, first is the Ace of Cups. I love this. This is very much about acceptance. I think that you have finally or are accepting yourself. Finally. She's raising this giant cup, which means she's open to accepting love, to accepting period. Her cup is up and ready to fill, to take. And she's also naked here, right? And naked, and this means that she's vulnerable. She's not afraid of what others might think, might say of her. She's not afraid of that because she accepts who she is now. So this is you, Sagittarius. You have opened up to love, beginning with self-love, acceptance. And when we accept ourselves, we are ready to open up to others, to really have a healthy relationship, because now we have acceptance of who we are. We're not going to compromise ourselves for a relationship. It's not a negative, it's a positive, because we remain individual. Okay, so that's first card. The Hierophant is something that we've learned here. Sometimes the Hierophant is about commitment and institution, like hospitals or universities, that even prisons. But it's also about commitment, committing to a new, like training. Training yourself, okay? Training your mind, training yourself to think better, think higher, raise your level of understanding right now. Like I said, you're very open. You're very open to receiving new. And this could be a new concept for you. Acceptance, yourself for exactly who you are. This could be a new concept for you that you're learning. And then you have the World. Let's just take a look at what you have here. The King of Pentacles, Five of Swords, the Five of Cups, the Four of Swords, and the Four of Pentacles. All right, so the World. So it's kind of funny that we're talking on this line of self-acceptance and being open to receiving and accepting love and other things in your life. Being open now. Before, you could have had a wall up. I don't know how high or low this wall was, but you had one up and you were not open. You were closed off. You were guarding yourself. You were protecting yourself. But now you've probably gone through some healing, you know. I just got a real Charlie horse in my hand there when I was talking about that. But anyway, you've gone through some healing and some acceptance here, right? And you've learned, well, I think you've learned a lot about yourself, right? There's also like that inner part of you that had to learn about yourself. But anyway, it finally closes a door that you haven't been able to close before. Get through a chapter. Could have been a long, difficult chapter, but now you have a new beginning emerging here with the Ace. Okay, because this allows you to close this door finally. You can let it go and be ready and open to the new. It is so nice. You know, through this higher learning, through this self-development, you've probably had guides, you know, whoever they were, whether they're professional or personal or whatever, that have helped you through this experience. I have a feeling they may not be known to everybody, or this person or whoever it is may not be necessarily visible. You know, there could be invisible guides. You know, you could be meditating, or however you're doing it, you reached this point, okay? I think at first you had to be open and accept first before you were able to cross through the threshold. It's one of the things you had to reach and accept, and you just had to get to this point before you can close the door. You know, something isn't finished. We haven't completely left a room until we shut the door behind us. You know, when we leave it ajar, we leave the possibility, whatever. Anyway, I don't want to get into that too much, but you get the idea. This is so, 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 so nice. I really like it. Now, then we have this King of Pentacles, okay? A Five of Cups, a Four of Swords, and a Four of Pentacles. Okay, first I want to look at these two. I feel like this person could be either from the past, or there's been some distance between you and this person because something has gone wrong. There could have been an argument. There could have been some sort of trust issue, because that's what this Five of Cups is about, a trust issue. And so there's some sort of disappointment here that happened between you and possibly an earth sign. This could be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. It's saying Capricorn here, but doesn't have to be. But there could have been something that went wrong. It was some sort of trust thing here. Someone didn't believe the other person based on who they are, what they're doing, something. There was some sort of suspicion that could have been planted by others. I'm not sure. But so it looks like there is distance, you know, they've parted and there's time away, maybe distance away. I'm not sure how much time it's been, you know, could be 5 or 6 months, could be 5 or 6 years. I don't know. But I'm wondering if this person could be thinking about coming back around. Someone is looking at the plan here, looking at the truth. Someone knows all the truth about their own life, whether this is you, Sagittarius, or it is the other person. But all the truth is coming to light. And the thing is now that we have all the information, not just some of the information, part of the information, we have it all. Now we take a look at it and we think, okay, where do I want to go from here? You know, now that I know my part, I know their part, I know the whole situation. So now where would I like to go? This is not a card of looking back and, you know, trying not to rehash something over and over again. Thinking about moving forward, looking at the map, making plans to move forward, to go into the future. It's also very clear-minded. Like, look at how clear the skies are, how clear it is around this person. You could take some time away alone, meditate perhaps. I don't really see a Sagittarius meditating, tell you the truth. But you may need some solitude. You may need to think, and you may need to clear your head to make a decision, okay? Because this is usually decision time, okay? And it could be, I think this person, this earth sign, is coming back around. I think they could have regrets over past actions, some sort of trust thing, disappointment in some way. Someone's let someone down, it looks like to me. And so now you, I think, are thinking very clearly and openly about it, you know, and not, it feels like you have a decision to make, because I think this person's coming back or wants to talk. Anyhow. And then we have the Four of Pentacles. I'm going to tell you right off the bat, this situation, I think it involves envy of some sort. One person feels that the other person is more talented or could take over the limelight, could take the attention, could take maybe security. You know, they might be feeling you're going to take their security away from them, because you see how tightly this guy's gripping on to the money. This kid's doing all the work to make the money, and this guy's collecting it and claiming it as his own work. So this is false claiming. You know, he's trying to take credit for something that's not his, for one thing. And the other thing is he's very reluctant to give up his claim. Like, then no one's going to come to me anymore. Now they're going to be going to this guy because he's the new hotshot around in jewelry making or gold plating or whatever have you. This fellow feels that he's put all this time and energy and built all this for this kid to come along and just take it. So there's two sides to this story. There really is. But you're facing one of them. Either someone is showing you up, not trying to, they're just being them, you know. Or someone is withholding. Could be time, energy, some sort of value. They're trying to devalue you and take the credit for what you did. Basically, this is what this situation is about. And there is a decision to be made here. I'm going to tell you, okay? This person I think is coming back around, okay? There's been some spilt milk in the past between you and this earth sign. And they're going to come back around, and they may be laying their cards on the table, or somebody is, because somebody's laying some truths down here and saying, well, you know, it's because of this or that or something else. And you're going to say, well, and This is what my thoughts about it, my feelings on it. And so there's going to be discussions. There's going to be communications for sure. And then from that, decisions are going to be made. You have 2 4s here. I'm going to tell you right now, Sagittarius, I think you're on to this and have been from the get-go. You know that this person is withholding. You know that you're a threat to them for some reason, and you don't want to be a threat. I don't think you're trying to be a threat, but they're seeing you as one. And that's what was caused this deceit or mistrust, or, you know, they let you down somehow, you know. And I think that when you talk to them, when you meet with them, or when you communicate with them, this is what you want on the table. This is what we need to talk about before we can move forward, you know, because I just don't think you're a white elephant person. I don't think you are. And you're like, before we can move forward, we need to talk about this, because it created this wedge, created this big wedge between us. So something needs to change. And I think it's because you realize that you value yourself, you know who you are, and you're going to treat yourself well in this. You're not going to let anybody walk around and blame you or throw their shit at you. You're not doing it. But you're not going to be mean either. Not going to be mean. No, I don't believe that. And you're just going to be calm and cool, because you've learned a lot about yourself in this A to Z here. This A to Z. You've gone up a level. You've evolved through this chapter, this cycle that you've gone through, because it is an A to Z. Okay? So let's throw these aside for a sec. I barely have any room here. I've got this whittle table. All right. Eek. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Itchy leg. See this nice cloth? Isn't this beautiful? A fellow Sagittarian sent it to me, Michelle. And she's a Reiki light worker. And isn't, you know, you can certainly tell, she sent me the sun and the moon. Yes. So let's have a look up here, Saja. Oh, love it. The Empress. This is trying to create, this is trying to expand. And this is in a loving way. Trying to expand in a loving way. See? You're opening up. You're opening up. She wants to spread love. She wants to spread good. She wants things, the world, people to thrive. Okay. I love it. 4 of Wands. This is also, the Empress is also a 3. And it's about the birth, right? You know, when you have the triple, you have the father, the mother, the father, and the baby, right? The child. So this is producing something, okay? And it's the birth of something new, something beginning. All right? It's not just about you being healing, loving, but it's also birthing something here. You're creating, you're on the verge of giving life to something. And it could be, you could be part of a team here working together. This could bring you a lot of security, stability, and I think a valued member of a team, okay? Working really hard. Now, this is your recent past. So this has begun. The evolution of this, the recipe has already started. Things are going into the pot already, okay? There's some simmering here. Looks like you have been working really hard, putting a lot of time in. I'm not sure what it is you do. You could have a few jobs that you do, and you're kind of spreading yourself out. But it looks like you're working really hard. You're saving up, trying to build, because you're trying to create stability in your life. You also could be very high in demand, getting a lot of work. And you could be doing it all yourself. Like I know I just said working in a team here. You could be moving as well. You could be moving. It also could have something to do with the mother. All right. And so you could be moving. And I feel like you're working a lot. You're putting a lot of time in and energy in, a skill. You're trying to perfect something, get it just right, just perfect. And around the full moon, this full moon that would be right around the Chinese New Year. Well, no, I think it's this full moon that we just had, actually. See, this could be happening to you now, just happened, or still in the energy, but it seems like there's some sort of confusion. You could have put a lot of time and energy into something about your skills, your ability, and it could have been around the full moon. The full moon talks of confusion, things being delayed, not really going right, not really sure which way to turn, which way is the right way. Like I said, mostly confusion, kind of like a fog going on. And yeah, that's how it goes. You may feel like you've put a lot of work in for nothing. You may be just about to give up on something and not realize you're right at the precipice of success. Here's Jason, and he's got the golden fleece. He's back from his long voyage on the seven seas, and he's fought the three-headed monster and the cyclops and everything. And he got the golden fleece, and he's back. But his boat is broken into pieces. He barely made it back. He's exhausted. All of his team is gone that he started this whole journey with. And he can't even make it back to the castle to present the fleece to the king who hired him in the first place and to claim his reward. He's beaten down from the energy that he had to put out to achieve this. So you're somewhere where you have achieved something. You've done it, but you don't realize if you've succeeded yet. You don't know it. I don't think you see it. He can't see the forest for the trees right now. He's too tired and just tired and exhausted. I think because you're working so much, and I think you're turning morning, noon, and night. You could be going on all different hours. You know what I mean? And I think you're really tiring yourself out trying to reach some sort of goal here. I think you're spreading yourself a bit thin, to tell you the truth, okay? So I just want to tell you to take care of yourself, be more nurturing. Be a little more nurturing to yourself. The Great Mother knows that she has to take care of herself if she's going to protect the seed within her, the precious seed. Okay. In the present, Temperance, there you are, Sagittarius. And I gotta tell you, I just love this because It's you. And it's right under the Empress. You're creating balance in your life, and I think in your surroundings, not just for yourself. You know, I gotta tell you, I'm addicted to the show Afterlife on Netflix right now, and you can really learn a lot about yourself watching this show. Humility, and about it's how it's not just about us, it's what we can do for others too. So she's spreading seeds and growth and possibility, and she's spreading joy, hope. um I love that she's got one foot, and often you'll see this in the Empress card as well. She has one foot on land, one foot in the water. It's very similar energy. Similar energy. Except the Temperance is trying to bring, balance into, trying to balance that our heart and our mind, our fire and our water, we're trying to temper ourselves. And this is back here. This is all this again. Trying to temper yourself. You've grown. You've learned so much over this past, I'm not sure, maybe a year, maybe longer. There's the High Priestess. I'm not surprised to see her one bit. Oh, this is good. This is good, Sag. I'm getting really excited here. Queen of Swords. Okay, I'm going to bring these out because I want to see them all right now. Yeah, you're killing this, this alien. That's what it makes me think of, this alien. You know the movie Alien, the first one? And he lays back on the table, and all of a sudden, it comes out and it goes squirreling off. This is what you're doing right there. You're getting rid of it. That alien inside you that's not you. It's not you. It's like, this isn't me. I'm a happy-go-lucky. I'm not an angry person. I'm not this person. I'm not that person. What's going on with me? I don't know how to get this out of me, but you are. You're working on it. You're getting it out. But anyway, I got to go back a step. I'm getting ahead of myself. Getting way ahead. So Temperance, Ace of Swords. Oh, I like these ones right here. So like I said, you're trying to temper yourself. You're trying to not be too much anything or too little anything. Just okay. Smooth. You're trying to be smooth, all right? The Ace of Swords. It could be a nugget of truth coming out that you're either going to speak or participate in some way. Although, also, you could be digging the truth out of yourself or out of others with the High Priestess. The High Priestess is in the shadows. This is about, Persephone, she's married to the devil, Pan. And she has to, I can't remember what happened, whether it was Zeus that made her marry Pan. And so the deal was she has to spend 6 months of the year in hell, and 6 months of the year she can come and spend in the world of the living with her mother, the Empress, right? She can spend 6 months here, and the other 6 months she has to spend there. While she's down here, she sees all kinds of terrible, horrible things. Sees them, hears them, knows of them. But when she comes back up here, she's not allowed to speak of it. And those are the secrets that she must carry with her. She would love to be able to talk about them and unload them and get rid of them, but she cannot. It's part of the deal she made. Okay? So, you may be hearing truths. You may be hearing secrets You may be telling secrets, you know. I have a feeling you're holding secrets for others. Could be a confidential thing. It could be you could be hearing them too. You could be hearing them too. It doesn't matter. But the thing is, they're meant to stay secret. They're meant to stay confidential. It's not things that you're able to reveal until the right time. You know, there's the time and a place for everything. And like I said, when you're trying to temper, because I think before you could have had, you know, where you were like, that's it, and this is, they did it, and I know about that, and I'm this, and you could have been like, you know, just spraying truth everywhere like spray paint. And now you're trying to temper that. And you're trying to, and some of these secrets could be your own. You're thinking, I don't have to tell the world everything. Why don't I think I have to tell everything? Why do I have to, you know, I can have secrets. I can have privacy, you know. And so this is some of the things that some of it is to do with communication for sure here. And also I think that some of it is you're speaking the truth, but I think it's gentler, you know, it's gentler, and you're not letting everything out. You know, you still have your own little, things that you know that people don't realize you know. She's holding all these forget-me-nots. She's very innocent. She's wearing white, and she's a very, stop, image of purity. Here's the black and white poles, the that represents polarity, her two worlds that she lives in. But all these forget-me-nots, right? She can't forget what she's seen and heard, but she also can't speak of it. So, anyway, and it's funny because the next card is death. Something is ending here. I think you're giving up. You're laying to rest. I do have to warn some of you. Okay, I do have to warn some of you. It is beside the Queen of Swords. Okay, so there could be an air sign person. It could be an Aquarius, okay, that there's some sort of difficulty. Now I'm going to tell you there's two possibilities. There could be something serious that happens to this person, this air sign. I think perhaps a brush. Could be a brush with death. The other thing is that they're ready to finally give something up. Ready to finally give it up for good. And birth something brand new here. So they're ready to quit something, give it up, and birth something new. And you know, don't forget the Aquarius represents a star, which is the very essence of regeneration. And death also represents that. But I don't want to take away, I also want to say too that for this air sign in your life, they could be very tired of living in the underworld, spending all their time in their underworld, and they're ready to come up with the living again and give up this life down here where it's dark and they see atrocities, and they don't want to be a part of that anymore. You know, they want to live, regenerate, grow, be all the beautiful energy. Like I said, it's the age of Aquarius. And Aquarius in particular, everybody is, but Aquarius in particular are coming to life. So I think more like a rebirth of this person. okay? A rebirth of this person. You may see this person may be coming around to you for healing, perhaps. They might be coming around to you for healing. This could be the actual ending of someone in your life. But I want you to know, there's one thing I want you to know. If someone around you passes away, especially with this card, they are going to be born again. They're going to be reincarnated. I can see it right there. All right. But for others of you, it's someone not wanting to live the shadow life in the underworld and in this, because I think they're mostly a very innocent, very good person, but they're in a world that's not so good, you know, but not willing to leave it yet. And at this time, they might be ready to leave it. They might be finally ready. And it's right on cue with the age of Aquarius, you know. This is that opening coming to life. Coming to life. This also is you, Sagittarius. You're not willing to live in this underworld, this sadness and this you know, where you're just accepting the atrocities that you see and hear, and I don't think you're willing to live this double life anymore. You want to be up here in the world of the Empress. That's where you want to be, but you're kind of half there and half here, you know. And I don't think you want to live in the shadow. Some of that shadow can be in your mind, you know, negative thoughts, especially besides the Ace of Swords. You know, you want clarity now. You don't want any of this, any more dark secrets. You don't want any of that anymore. You want that to all die. You're done with it. You're ready to be reborn. You could have hardened a little bit, gotten a little cold during this experience, you know. Before, you probably could have been extremely open, accepting anyone, and just been, you know, a little airy-fairy perhaps. But now you've developed a little bit of a shell, you know. You guard your heart a little bit more than before. I'm not saying you're cold-hearted, not at all, because I don't think that, but I think you guard your heart, that's for sure, and you've developed a little bit of a shell, but that's okay. That's all right. It's good to protect yourself than be out there without any armor whatsoever. So it's also regenerating yourself. You're letting that old shit flush out, just getting rid of that, you know, getting rid of that shadow, underworld, all those things you saw and heard, gone. Now I'm going to think about you're really wanting mental clarity. Mental clarity. You don't want your mind taken up, the space taken up by this and by that and by that and that. You know, you don't want to be like this. I also think you don't want to work this hard anymore. You're exhausted. I don't think you want to work that hard anymore. So this is all so good for you, Sag, because I think this has been a long haul. You know, you're at the 10. You're exhausted. This has been an exhausting journey, but you made it. You did it. You don't feel it yet, but you've done it. You've done it. So in the future, near more the end of February or there on into February, you have the Three of Swords. And I just talked about this, about getting those secrets out, that, you know, that what did I call it? Alien. You know, the alien, that part. There's something in there and you're like, this isn't me. I don't know why I'm acting like this. I don't know why I feel like this. This isn't me. It feels foreign. Okay? And you're getting it out. I'm going to tell you something really important. You need to feel it to heal it. So sometimes we have to feel this pain and cry it out, write it out, yell it out in the forest. However however it helps you, you need to get it out. Okay? We need to find a friend, an outlet that we can get our things out, because it's like this alien. It's like, this isn't who I am. This doesn't belong to me. So, purging. You need to purge, okay? This is the balance that you need, because you're right. You're not naturally like this, you know, but there's some sort of alien in there that you need to get out, because I think it's from someone else. What someone else said, didn't do somewhere along the line in your life. And they put that seed there, and it's grown into this snake or alien or whatever you want to call it. And now it's the rent is due, time is up, it's eviction time, it's time to get out. Time to get out. I want to feel, you know, like this. Just like that. That page. That page is learning how to treat himself. He's learning to treat himself with care, with time, with gentleness, okay? The page is also about possibly learning a new skill, or big ideas. You know, if you look at all these fields, he's planted like 8 fields. Man, there's just him. He's got a lot of work to do. He's not thinking about that, though. He's got big plans. He wants to have big gardens and big greenhouses and big business, you know. But he's learning. He'll learn. He'll learn this year, you know. It might be a little over, you know, shooting the mark, or maybe I need help to handle all this. Anyway, he's going to learn as he goes. Practice makes perfect. And you can see he has a lot of fields he can practice. He'll practice on this one. He's going to learn something. Now he knows something when he goes to work on this one, and so on and so forth. So this is a skill you could be developing. I think it's a seed that could turn into something big. It could really grow, expand, and be very successful. I think that breaking this abscess, this boil that's just full of sludge, get it out of you. It's not your sludge, but you've been carrying this backpack around. You know, it's time to dump it, because there is success coming your way, Sagittarius. I do believe, no, you didn't. I thought you did. You have the Ace of Cups, the Nine of Cups, Temperance, a lot of success here. I love that this is right down your middle. I think that there's going to be some sort of success for you. Now, I'm thinking financially. I think there's some sort of financial win coming in for you. I'm not sure exactly how it's getting to you, whether it's through court or a new job or a inheritance or, just a deal, an opportunity that comes along, and then there's never any deals. What? I got a deal. Something, some sort of luck, okay, that lets you win for once, okay? This helps you bring out of the shadows. It also restores your faith, okay? However, I'm going to tell you that something is going to test your strength here, okay? Usually when, when we succeed, when we've decided to make a big change in our lives and live in a new way, the creator, the universe, tests us, sends a test, and it says, are you sure you're ready? Are you sure you're never going to do that again? And it'll test you and test your resolve. And we can bring out the beast for this situation and fight and growl and push, or we can use gentleness and our mind and our heart. And we can use grace, and it's just not force. It's not using force. Strength, incredibly, is about not using force. So this could be the big accomplishment that you've learned. That you've learned. The page is about learning and practicing, and something. I think that you're passing a test here. I think you're passing a test. And it could be a test that you failed before in the past. You've had to take a couple of knocks till you learned it. But I think you are. And then you have the Nine of Pentacles. And this is so proud of yourself. What you've been able to do. Look at all the coins it took you to get here. And you did it. This is like 7 years of university. This is like so many times you've fallen down that rabbit hole. Oh, how did I do this again? I'm so mad at myself, But now you're not. You've learned your lessons. You're succeeding. You're really proud of yourself. This is also some sort of, like, I feel like you're feeling good about who you are. You're feeling healthy. You're feeling strong. But I also think you're feeling confident and stable, secure. This is more stable, more secure, maybe more at home. More at home, okay? Really, really good feeling. So let's do a little bit of clarity with the transparent tarot. I want to hold on to these for a second, get your energy in here, Sag. Sagittarius. I'm seeing a bearded man. I can see a bearded man. Mustache and beard. It's not really long, like long like that. It's kind of a short beard. Could be kind of reddish, auburn hair. I'm seeing a bit of a red in it. Could even be a ginger. But I see brown, like brown in that auburn. I have no idea what this person means. Not a clue. But that's who I saw. Small eyes. Okay. These ones want to come out for sure. Let's have a look. So is that one. I love it. Oh my god. I love it. So here's the Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man in the Transparent Tarot. Oh, let me get where. Okay, we'll go over to this side. The Hanged Man in the Transparent Tarot represents this cocoon. Okay, here we are suspended in this cocoon waiting. waiting to be reborn into a complete new experience. But we have to be willing to leave the cocoon, the old experience. And the old experience was a whole nother life. You lived a whole nother life. Imagine living the life of a caterpillar, and everywhere you went, you touched the ground, you touched the wall, your feet were on it. But now you're about to enter a life where you fly everywhere. Completely different experience. And that's what the Hangman is about. Having a whole different belief, seeing things in a whole new way. You ever see when someone turned a picture around and you're like, well, I don't even understand what this picture is, and then they turn it and you're like, oh, oh, okay, now I understand. That's exactly what your view, what your perspective of your way of thinking about something that you refuse to leave this cocoon for a long time. And you're not going to leave it until you're ready, until you actually believe, what you're saying. You believe your own stuff. You're ready to accept this. And when you do, you will fly. You'll be the butterfly. I love that came out. I can't even show you that one. It's too exciting. First, let's start with the hard stuff. This one's hard. Four of Swords. I love this card. Oh, it's hard truth, but it's the truth, boy. So the Four of Swords in the Transparent Tarot says that, in the three, we've been hurt. We've been hurt. We've been deceived. We've been lied to. Something's happened that's really, really hurt us. Okay. But time's gone by, and it's time to let that go. Where'd it go? It's time to let that go. Right? But we haven't, have we? All these people have gone, but here we are. We're stabbing ourselves. Now we're still hurting ourselves with this old events, truths, whatever. Sometimes they can carry from years ago. They can carry from our childhood, the last relationship, every relationship. Who knows? And they can build and build until people don't even have to say mean things to us anymore. We say it to ourselves. We've taken over. In the negative feed. Okay? The negative feed. And these swords we're allowing, because we're allowing what these other people say to us, about us. As soon as that sword touches our body, that means we've accepted it as a truth about ourselves. And I don't think you really do. But that's how hurt you were. You were that hurt that you would say, yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, it's probably my fault. Yeah, And I think that is this Hanged Man energy. Here you are in there, just willing to take it and accept it, and even take over the punishment yourself. They're not even there to punish you anymore. You're doing it yourself. You've taken over the punishment. But times are about to change, my dear Sagittarius. We have the Six of Wands. And it looks like you're stepping up in the world. And you're about to be recognized. You're about to be, could even be celebrated. Now, when I say celebrated, they're not throwing a parade for you. Okay? They're not. But you are getting recognition. And people are going to be talking about you. They're going to be recommending you, putting you on a pedestal as far as they're considered with work ethics, with the work that you do. okay? You're gaining notoriety in some way, all right? And I also like that in this process, you know, instead of sitting there and beating yourself up, you decided, you know what? I'm going to take steps to change this. If I don't like my life, then it's up to me to change this. I can sit here and feel all sorry for myself. No, I'm going to start making some choices and taking some steps to get myself out of this cocoon. I want out. Okay? I don't want to think like this anymore. I don't want to. Where is it now? Yes. So, the world. So, I think that there's something, I think there's a chapter changing here for you. Big time, Sagittarius. Big time. I think you've been doing a lot of work this past while. There's been a lot of things that you've had to accept, let go, and change. Okay? This is the very essence of change, because we can't sit in something. We can't sit in this cocoon forever. We have to leave it and explore what else is out there that's open up and live, you know, opening up and living and ready for the new, you know, ready for the new, ready to break out of this and leave this behind. The world is leaving a chapter behind and ready to be open to a new chapter. I'm getting so darn excited for you guys. Cutting something out. Cutting something out. And you know what it is? It's the judgment. It's the judgment. You know, you're not blaming yourself, judging yourself, feeling, you know, realizing that also the Phoenix, right? This old person, the old you is dying. And this is the new you rising out. The stronger you. The smarter you. Like, you know, I think of the Phoenix, like if I were to think of the Phoenix in two characters, and we're talking actors, but just people I respect. Okay, I'm going to give you one example is like Meryl Streep. I see her as a Phoenix. She's proud and she's risen up. She's conquered things in her life and really proven herself, and she doesn't take any malarkey. She stands up and fights. But anyway, the Phoenix is more about there was an old part of us, an old version of us, and that died and crumpled in the ashes. In the ashes. And the Phoenix is the new, the birth of the new fertile, beautiful, loving energy that is being birthed into this Firebird. Okay? This Firebird, it seems like a really strong, scary image, but it isn't. The Firebird, you know, anything you try and throw at just burns into flames. It doesn't stick to this creature, you know. And this is because you were able to cut out actually it goes like that. It actually goes like that. Yeah. Cutting out this old to make way for the new. Okay? When we prune our flowers, prune our plants, we're making way for new buds to come out and expand. And this is exactly what's happening here. Cutting down, cutting out the old so that the new can grow and expand. And I love that in the Firebird is the same, oops, I grabbed the wrong one, is the same spiral. Within the Firebird's chest, see that spiral? It's the same spiral in the world. Okay, so I was talking about spiraling up, and that's exactly what you're doing. You're being reborn. You believe in yourself. You know that you're in there. You're in there somewhere still, Sag. You are. And there's just some things you need to release though that have been tough for a long time. Like some of it could be yours, some of it could be other people's, who knows? But you're going to get it out once and for all, and that's the end of it. You're not going to cry and drag it along behind you like Linus's blanket forever. Okay? You're going to get rid of it and live again. Live again. Okay, we got one more card. I've been an hour. I can't believe this. Oh, we got something that flipped over here. We have a few that flipped over. I'm going to take them. See what we got. Oh my goodness. The first one we have is This Could Be the One. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. So it says that you already know this person. So someone may come around you. This person could live around a church, or they could be their family could be religious or traditional in some way. They also could be wealthy or have some stature in the community, or they could be work for an institution of some sort, work in some sort of institution. Okay, this is what I'm feeling from this. Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Wow. Now, for you romantics, I think this is about manifesting. And I don't know if you've ever made a perfect man or woman list or perfect partner list, but this is when you write out what you're really hoping to find in another person. And then underneath that, you write out what you have to offer them, what you could give them. So it's a really good way to look at both sides of that and to manifest your perfect partner. Again, I feel like there could be some sort of religious, they could have strong religious beliefs or traditions, okay? Finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So perhaps you're not feeling really in a good financial position to be dating. Perhaps this person is not in a good position to come and ask you out. They might be on shutdown because of the COVID or something like that. Who knows? But it looks like things are kind of moving in the direction where you might be getting ready. It looks like you're dealing a lot of stuff with yourself right now. You might not be exactly ready for a big relationship, but I think you're getting there. And if you have met someone, do meet someone, I think that it might be a good time to just start getting to know someone gently, slowly, because I don't think you do things in a big hurry or anything like that. Now, I think you're careful, sensible, and you protect yourself. You know who you are now, and you're not just gonna, your value, you know your value. And you know how long it took, all the work it took you to get you here. So you're not just going to just throw that away or just jump at the first opportunity. And like I said, there could be tests. There could be tests. So just don't forget to just keep practicing your mantras and your good vibe meditation and your writing and all that. Like, I have to tell you that there's been a few times where I get into a loop and I have to say, hey, Lynn, stop thinking like that, stop thinking like that. And I don't have to get into the whys and the hows and the couldn't, it shouldn't have happened. Nope. Just stop thinking about it. Let's turn the radio on. Let's distract myself. Let's go for a walk. Let's do something, because I don't need to think about those kind of things. That's psychobabble. It's all psychobabble. Gets you nowhere, you know? So you just get yourself right out of that. Hey, wake up. Hey, nope. Okay. Anyway, Sag, I do hope you like this video. I hope it resonates for you. I hope it helps you. Anyway, if it can, I need you to hit all those buttons, all the likes and everything, you know the ones. If you can hit those for me, that'd sure be great. And if you'd like a personal reading, you can reach me at tinkertarotreadings@gmail.com. And besides that, I just want to say happy Valentine's, but I'll be talking to you before that. Happy Chinese New Year. And I'm certainly looking forward to that. Don't forget that the Chinese New Year starts around the 10th of February. And it's the water tiger year this year. And the water tiger is a gentler. It's very gentle. So I like that it's this gentler tiger that we saw back here in the strength. It's the gentle approach, right? But it's also too about pouncing on opportunity. When you see an opportunity, you act on it. You jump on it. You know, it's being ready at the right time, at the right place, just doing it. Hey, I might as well give it a shot, right? And one of those shots is going to be your ticket. Okay. Love you bunches. Talk soon. Bye now.